One cool thing that I will say about driving an electric vehicle is the fact that it kind of does force you to stop in these random little towns that you never would have otherwise stopped in. Like, where even am I right now? Like, I never would have found this random taco shack behind me and got some random tacos, you know? So, a little pit stop never hurt nobody. One thing to keep in mind though is not all charging stations are easy to find. I literally drove around for like 15 minutes trying to find this charging station that literally did not seem to exist. So that's kind of a pain and an annoyance, and not always are there bathrooms at these charging stations. So you end up kind of having to go on a little bit of a wild goose chase, but sometimes it ends up in a really cool little town like this. So you take the good with the bad. The other few things about the Polestar that I just like, this one is kind of random, but I love the sound of the blinker. The sound that the car makes when you turn on your turn signal. It also makes a really cool sound when you back up, kind of similar to the Tesla, but sounds way more like a spaceship. The car in general, really smooth ride, really spacious, and the seats sit really low so you feel like really comfortable while you're driving. The nav system is pretty great. It's like a gigantic iPad, not quite as big as the Tesla's interface, but still pretty great. It does have Apple CarPlay, which that Tesla does not have. I think there's pluses and minuses to that, in my opinion. For the first like 2 days of driving this thing, I couldn't figure out how to set up the nav system, but have since figured it out and it's fine. The other cool thing is that the car has this really cool display screen right in the dashboard. So your nav system ends up showing here too, which I really like. It's kind of where your eyes look, and I mean, it makes sense. The actual car itself is just beautiful. The color of this particular Polestar is called magnesium, like just a cool name. And the color is just gorgeous. So far I've been charging this thing for 30 minutes and it's cost me about $14 US. I was at 25% when I started charging and it's now at 60%. This is all I'm gonna need to get to where I'm going next. So I'm gonna detach the car now. Okay, that was a lot harder than it needed to be. And then it just shows me my final bill finish. And then it texts me a receipt. Another thing that I think is really cool about these electric charging stations is that you can input your phone number when you first set up to charge, and then it texts you updates. So it'll tell you got 20 minutes left. It'll tell you when it's finished, so that you can kind of just take off for the hour that it takes for the vehicle to charge and go explore the town. All right, let's try these tacos. So the whole charging thing has really been something that I've had to get used to. You know, you average the amount of time it's gonna take you to get somewhere. Like right now I'm driving from Palm Springs to LA, 2-hour drive normally, but now I've had to stop twice to charge the car. And charging a car isn't like charging your cell phone, I've realized. You're charging a car. The battery is probably 100 times larger than a cell phone battery. Ooh, these look good. So it takes like 45 minutes to an hour. I've learned that different charging stations have different capabilities in how fast they can charge the car. So I've been making an effort to try and map myself to chargers that work a lot faster. Another thing that I actually really appreciate about US charging points in comparison to Canadian charging points, having experienced an electric vehicle but in a Tesla, is that you don't need to create profiles at every single charging station. If you know, you know, when you're based in Canada. Because in Canada, at every single different charging station, they're all owned by different companies. You have to create a whole profile, input your credit card, your address, like all of these things that are just annoying to do. And then you have like 5 different apps, 5 different logins. Like here in the US, so far it's been pretty easy. Even some spots are just as simple as like tap and go with your credit card. So, oh, this is a messy taco. Literally Tex-Mex food. Actually, I guess it's not that. I love being this close to the Mexican border because all the Mexican food just hits. Like, it's so perfect and delicious. All right, time to get back on the road. Thanks for watching that video. I really appreciate it. If you want to see another one, you can hit that subscribe button. It's right there. Just hit it.